0 chance. I believe they played at Rock the Winds. I think that may have been Jazo. Regardless, I know Peabnut at least has Ken experience. Terry experience, I'm not sure of the caliber that he has. Obviously, Vendetta playing all of the fighting game characters, I think. But as you also said, both of them very calculated. Both of them willing to play it slow, but both of them also willing to try and speed it up and push their advantage as hard as they can.
I think one area that we also need to look at is how does Vendetta at least prepare for someone like Peeb, who, similar to himself, is extremely calculated about the game plan, but more so than anything, Peeb will happily abandon a win condition within seconds if he doesn't recognize that he has a good shot. I think that, now I don't know if Peeb is still doing this thing where he picks the color to match the background of the stage, but he was doing that for a while.
Recently I've only seen him on the default, so I think he might be done with that.
That was quite possibly my favorite thing about me. But pretty slow so far, and
I mean, we're already seeing it. No overcommitments whatsoever. Get to half screen, throw those metal blades, Crash Bomber's Leaf Shield, just let it rip until Vendetta gets close. Then you can play the game.
But also just whittling down the shield so Vendetta doesn't have the option of defense against Peeb. Okay, Raw F. Just take it. I do like that he is at least trying to think about what aerial options there are that he can shoot around Vendetta's offense. Wow! Okay!
I really, really love his use of the down and forward metal blade to just cover a dash in.
It's really a sight to behold because the way he is playing Mega Man is on a different level of understanding, especially with how he's able to set up his trap network, like you said, with the metal blade to get something. Like, how many Mega Mans are we seeing use that down angle metal blade to get into an up smash and then immediately combo into a fair? But now, even with this much rage, one more confirm, I feel like Vendetta is just going to explode Peeb.
Something interesting I noticed is that Peabnut's not afraid to play the corner. He a lot of times seems like he puts himself there almost and then just isn't afraid to try and escape on his own merit. Not even being afraid of the KO options is, of course, Ken's corner pressure some of the scariest, I would say.
Yeah, and not just the corner pressure, but Peeb is also willing to, if you see like how he's fever-versing around Ken, he's using it as a tactic to bait him and get new, defensive options. We talked about how Omega was able to kind of punish Jazo for that. It feels like what Peeb is doing is feeling out what Vendetta likes to do, and now starting to try and dial back that game plan to go around what Vendetta is trying to at least establish for his first layer of defense. Ooh.
Roundhouse kick goes through Leaf Shield.
I think even more alarming, he doesn't die. Okay, never mind.
Spoke too soon.
I really just got to stop being like, oh, look, he's still at. Okay, never mind. Good Tatsu make it backstage.
And shield got low really quickly.
If there's one thing that both Kens in State of Georgia like to do, it is pressure into that axe kick because your shield becomes the size of an M&M real quick, and he closing it out in relatively quick fashion. One thing I do wonder, and I would love to pick Pete's brain about this, is his use of the Crash Bomb has been pretty sparse so far. So I wonder if it's a matchup specific thing, because we do see him use that a fair amount in other matchups, but it probably has to do with the fact that he doesn't like something that Ken does that is deterring him away from the Crash Bomber.
Yeah, I'm not too sure on the reason either. He was using it a lot earlier on, but not many of them were connecting, possibly. Maybe there's better things to be doing.
It almost feels like that way, and again, using one of the angled metal blades, trying to call out Vendetta on either an aerial approach or something else. Peeb showing full mastery of what he can do. Okay. Dropping shield, very smart. And now just throwing the Hados at the ledge, trying to make sure that he maintains some semblance of advantage. Just doing a good job poking away. it basically feels like it's a war of inches right now with Peab playing out of the corner, using the lemons to wear down Vendetta little by little, using the leaf shields to force out shields. There's that crash bomb we talked about, and now
coming out now. Oh, it actually saved him.
Okay, and that's why I wondered why he wasn't using it. But okay, back air, increasingly strong on Ken, closing out the stock, and he's still in a great position. I do like the use of the focus to try and get out of the up special from Mega Man. Up air. Hold on.
Alright, no overcommitments on this leg track. Just playing it super safe, catching that air dodge in after the jump with an up smash.
Peab again just picking out every single option, and it felt like every single time he made a trade that even looked slightly disadvantageous for him, it just gave him more reason to fuel a offensive choice. And it was so precise where he called out Vendetta with the up smash. He was like, you have no choice. Here's the air dodge. You're gone.
Looks like we might be getting another run it back set. PS2 the whole way through, probably.
I think there's inherent advantages to doing that as a player where if you don't think the stage was the issue, just running it back and picking apart your opponent's game plan, there is definite merit in what he is doing. Quick 80% from Peab, unanswered on the side of Vendetta.
This is a really explosive start. And I mean, the telltale sign that Peabnut is really starting to like feel himself. He's starting to know, all right, I've got this. Those up tilts, you'll start seeing those come out a lot more the more comfortable he gets. Already getting a stop. 7% on the board aisle. Okay, 33. I'm starting to take your curse.
I mean, please take it, keep it, it's yours. Yeah, Peab showing that he basically telling Vendetta, you're not the only one with the short use that kills. I think Peab is now, because he's gotten beaten around so much on this stock, he's starting to play a little more defensive. You see him going back to that down air fishing where I don't know exactly what he's trying to set up when he is going for those down airs that are so low to the ground. But good play so far, looking to at least deny some level of comfort from Vendetta, whether it's denying that higher level approach. Okay. Good dash attack out of the Metal Blade.
Peabnut's SDI has been fantastic. None of the down tilt reverses have been hitting, actually. I think a down tilt Shoryu whip and down tilt roundhouse have both lit.
Yeah, his SDI has been phenomenal, but unfortunately going to fall to that. I was going to say he is doing, what I like to see from him is forcing these air dodges, whether it's using the Leaf Blade or something else. How he's forcing Vendetta to get back to the ground so he can just set up and grab with something else has been very good. Vendetta closing the gap early. And now back to an even game. He might have to change their strategy. Okay, fair connects. The down angled Metal Blade. Seeing Peab use that to great effect over the course of the night. And good air dodge from Vendetta and that it.
Oh my, okay.
117 from dead center. Definitely thought Peab had a little more life in him because he was, what, 103, 104 after the hit?
103 as a really, really heavy character.
Ooh, good call out. Yeah, getting him to jump and then calling out with the Shoryu, really like that.
And I mean, now we're starting to see Vendetta be okay with slowing it down. Before, he was always moving in, but now, roll away, throw more fireballs. You don't need to get it anymore. 172 on Vendetta. Still has a jump, I believe. Yeah, still alive.
Not just that, using the focus to get back to the stage as well. And okay, not living that back throw, absolutely not.
All right, Crash Bomber on and from the respawn platform.
Whoa, he really
quick 48.
Yeah, Peab closing the margin of victory that Vendetta had and starting to try and take back up 87%. This is the spot you have to be very careful of as Vendetta. When Peab has you trapped off stage, your options feel extremely limited.
Ooh, not quite catching him with the same thing that won game one.
But it was the right idea. Vendetta did a good job by air dodging back and out. But if you just went with that neutral air dodge again, Peab had the game right there on the spot.
All right, we're starting to see Peabnut dance around with a bit more, going back to that slow game plan, but still alive.
Did the Crash Bomber save him?
I'm not sure. I don't think it did. I think it looked like it was really good DI. But now Peabnut in a position to win the game instead.
That closes it out.
Yeah, down tilt roundhouse with games and going to Vendetta.
Now, knowing Peab, he is not going to let him just say go back to PS2.
Oh, definitely not.
There's a 0% chance we're playing on PS2 again, knowing Peab. But there is one thing you have to give Peab when he is playing a set. D-Man is stone cold throughout his sets.
I've often seen him compared to actually just Mega Man. No emotion. You win, cool. Stone face, nothing. You lose, stone face.
You mean he's an actual robot?
Who's to say? I'm not supposed to talk about that.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. That's part of the secret Winthrop tech. Okay, my bad.
Yeah. Classified information.
Going to Battlefield, I like the idea from Peab to go here. It does give him a little bit more of a defensive option, especially where he can kind of circle around Vendetta and use the aerials to oppress him into shield. Already getting off to a good start, 51%, but not indicative of immediate success for Peab. We saw him start very strong last game as well, and that didn't end up going in his favor.
Like I said, those up tilt callouts are very good. Fully invincible on the startup, by the way. It is a real DP.
So it is a real DP that he has, but also I like that he is baiting Vendetta into jumping and then just casually calling him out with it out of shield, essentially saying, gotcha, and jump. It's almost like he's a half second too late. If he was a little bit earlier on the reaction, I don't know if Vendetta still is hanging around at 160. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
I say one thing and he immediately explodes. I'm just going to, you know.
All right, Vendetta's starting to get the percent up. It was a bit rocky at the start, mostly Peab controlling the game, but
he's doing a good job at least controlling the stage. I feel like that is one thing Vendetta has done very well over the course of this game. He's had great ground control, but also very good presence on the stage, staying in the center, forcing Peab in the corner, and kind of having him try and swing on him. Out again.
Shoryu comes out again.
Yeah, well, that's a real Shoryu. You know, not a cheat code Shoryu from Mega Man X. Sets up and just whiffing on the Shoryu again. Don't know if Peab is becoming a little too trigger happy on that, or he's trying to bait Vendetta into something else. Pulls back to center, and Vendetta trying to utilize that rage to get an early knockout.
All right, we're starting to see the runaway gauge from Peabnut again, too. Again, no commitments, a lot of projectiles staying far, far away. And the battlefield pick is coming in great. Lots of dares from that top platform that I don't think Vendetta can really contest.
Yeah, and that's part of what I was trying to allude to earlier, is that Peab has more room to run around Vendetta and basically circle camp him in a degree where he can't answer. Gosh, that was a great idea, trying to go for the turnaround grab after the Tatsu. What we're seeing Peab go back to now is that reverse leaf shield, where he's able to just set up some type of advantage. Holy crap!
That was really cool.
Up air
to back air.
Yeah, up air, back air. Okay. Vendetta really making us make sure we're not counting him out by any stretch. The Crash Bomber goes through, and he had the right idea, was just a half second too early, but the quick claw back air closes it out again. Peab on match point. Where do you think Vendetta would want to take him, if anything? Let the PS2 run back happen?
I can imagine I was thinking Yoshi's for that low ceiling. You can get your kills earlier, but so does Mega Man at that point. It almost feels like every stage that Ken would want to go through or that Vendetta would prefer, Mega Man just wants a little bit more. We might see them going back to PS2, possibly, if it was left open.
Small battlefield? Okay, I mean, this did work in Anarchy's favor when he was here for some degree, but
The color changed well. That's the difference maker.
oh yeah, no, that going back to traditional Ken, that was apparently the adaptation we needed to have. And again, Peeb just sharking at Vendetta, but now it's just changed positions. Peeb surrendering the corner where he was comfortable before, and now actively fighting to maintain the center and keep Vendetta pinched into a corner. Leaf shields are just paying so many dividends on the side of Peeb. And sets up a Shoryu with a landing up air?
I'm seeing new things in this set, and I'm friends with him, and I haven't seen some of this stuff.
It's impressive to see how Peeb is improvising essentially in real time by trying to get these new Shoryu setups, and definitely think he was setting up for one there.
That could be the stop, yeah.
And that's a true setup that he has pretty much all the time, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Up air fair is completely true. SDI, you have to SDI very, very, very hard and preemptively to get out of that. And even then, it's still hard.
And I'm assuming as the percents climb, it only gets more difficult when Peeb continues to rack his advantage. Now,
Oh, absolutely.
I don't want to count Vendetta out because the last time Peeb got a stock lead, we were like, okay, this might be wrapped up. Vendetta got a little bit of rage, and Mega Man exploded twice in a matter of seconds.
I mean, we're already starting to see Vendetta up the aggression, it looks like. Moving around a lot more, baiting out defensive options and getting the Shoryu. Only 28% on the board from Peabnut.
Yeah, and the bigger thing that I'm seeing on the side of Vendetta is now he's starting to at least try and mix in some MP hops, because we've seen him consistently landing with like these nairs and other tools to get some type of combo starter, but
That was a fantastic air dodge catch from Peabnut.
he's just been calling out these defensive options so well over the course of the night, whether it's an air dodge or even we've seen earlier where Vendetta would use focus to get away. Peeb is calling it out every single time. His defensive adaptations, especially as Vendetta tries to grow his game plan, is definitely what makes Peeb one of the best. Vendetta trying to use the Metal Blade to his advantage. I like the idea. Crash Bomber almost set up a reverse.
Great DI. All right, a bit interesting down smash. Probably thought he was going to land on the ground, I guess.
I did too. I thought he was going to fall through the platform, but Vendetta goes high and...
What?
Okay. So,
All right.
let me try and recap that. He goes for a dash attack. He gets the the Metal Blade and then finishes with a Shoryu in a matter of seconds?
That's true, by the way.
Oh, cool, cool,
Yep.
cool. Very fun. Didn't know that was a thing, but now I do.
Leaf Shield can... I don't know the specifics behind how he can do it, but Mega Man can cancel his Leaf Shield animation by throwing the Metal Blade that he's holding. And if you throw up, it hits the opponent. And wouldn't you know, Metal Blade thrown to up tilt's a true combo. Isn't that neat?
This, you know, for all the time that people have ever thought, you know what, I'm going to spend time on a secondary, I'm going to learn a new character. You have Peeb spending every waking moment of his time saying, Mega Man, Mega Man, Mega Man, Mega Man.